What's going on, my good people? Mike Hidalgo here. Thank you for joining me on another FCP Euro DIY. Today, we are working on our 2015 BMW F82 M4. Today on the F82, we're going to be doing a nice upgrade for once. We're going to be working on the inside of the F82, and we're going to be installing these V2 Ghost subwoofers from Bavsound. These are going to give you not only 2 times the bass, if not more, than what you're already experiencing in your car, but if you have a blown subwoofer, these are going to be a nice replacement upgrade. They are plug and play, no modifications needed, so it should be a pretty nice and straightforward install. This is going to be similar to your 4 Series coupes, both M and non-M, and pretty much any BMW that has subwoofers under the seat, E90 chassis and up. So if you're looking for a video on that, this will be the one for you today. So again, pretty straightforward, not too much more to say about these other than they're going to be super easy to install. Let's take a look at some of the tools you're going to need for that. For this DIY, you're going to need a torque wrench. We have 2 ratchets here, a 1/4 inch drive and a 3/8 drive. We have a small extension and an adapter for our T20. We have a T50, small flathead screwdriver or pig tool will come in handy too. And if you are a little lazy like me, an electric ratchet to speed up the removal and install of the hardware will go a long way. With that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to be working on the passenger side of the M4. However, the steps are going to be identical for both the driver's side and passenger side subwoofer install. We have our T50. We're going to start with the rear bolts. I have the seat all the way forward and up just to have as much room to work with as possible. So we'll get our T50 in there, get those 2 rear ones out, and go from there. To give ourselves the most room, I'm going to lift up the seat, if you will, just pressing the up button for the base switch. And that's going to give us a little bit more room under here. I'm going to switch to our T20 and we're going to zap out the 4 bolts on top of this plastic cover so that we can get those out of our way. Lift this baby up. And those 4 just go onto these standoffs coming from the subwoofer housing. We're going to lift up the carpet around it a little bit, not too much, just to give us some room to get access to the 4 T20s that hold in the subwoofer to the housing. That's going to be these little shiny guys here. We have one here. We have one under the carpet on this side. There's another one. We have another one back here. And another one hiding down here. So let's zap these 4 out. And we have an electrical plug that's going to be hidden towards the door sill. And that's going to be right here. These have a little tab that we're just going to release with our flathead screwdriver or small pick tool, and then we can pull up the connector. I'm going to use the same flathead just to pry out the subwoofer. Sometimes these can get stuck to the housing via the seal, especially if they've never been out before, and then we'll lift it up. Now we're going to drop in our new woofer, Ghost Subwoofer V2 from Bavsound. I still call it Bavarian Soundworks, but that's just me, you know? That was back in my day. We can plug that baby in now so we don't forget. Okay. That's in. Now let's get our 4 T20s back in. I'm just gonna get them dropped in by hand first, and then we'll snug them up. So we're gonna get this seat back down in place. And we're going to start by lining up the 2 front holes for our bolts. Just going to get these in by hand. Do the same thing on the other side. Just going to go back down. I had raised up the seat to give us more working room. Just going to go back down so we can see what we're doing. Try to center that as best as possible. Then we're going to snug them up. Not all the way, just get them close. These are going to get snugged down, these T50s, to 42 Newton meters. All right. And with that, my good people, you have just installed your new subwoofers in your BMW. Bavsound calls for at least 12 hours of normal use to break these in. You don't want to just freaking crank it up right off the beginning, so that way they break in nicely and last for a very long time. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Any questions or comments on what we did today, leave those in the comment section below. And if you like this DIY and you'd like to see more like them, please consider subscribing. We make new ones all the time. And if you're wondering why our car looks the way it does and you want to learn a little bit more about it, be sure to subscribe over to the FCPO Media channel to learn a little bit more about that, see the build, some behind the scenes stuff, as well as some other cool grassroots motorsports. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.